You know how you make me feel. Your touch is the power to make it real. Never have I felt this way before. It's hard to put it into words. This heat makes my mind a blur. But every time you're near, I'm satellite deep down me right here. Burning up so high, you're the fuel to my life. Blowing up the sky, illuminating like fire. Dance to the night, you make everything right. Next time, will you ignite it one more time?
Speak up, let the whole world listen. My heart is pumping, pumping. You got me jumping, jumping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to West Deptford High School Rocket League. You've got Coach Seeley here on the mic today. Rocket League gets back after a 2-week hiatus to... Oh, hold on. The teammates game just crashed. See, J Temple lost connection there. So we're going to hold up just a second. We're going to restart the match there. So just a minute. We'll be right back. We are back in action after that crash on P-Tech side. They were generous enough to give West Deptford the goal they scored early in that game. Although it does appear Toes stole it from Bolts there. So now we go West Deptford here in blue. P-Tech, a tech school out of New Brunswick, in orange. There with the demo. P-Tech captained by Hill Smelly MTV. West Deptford with two freshmen, Toes and Pro Genji Slayer. Volt's the only returning member of last year's 3v3 team. Hill Smelly MTV with the goal to tie it. 4:23 to play here. So that's Volt's XP, the only returning member from last year's team. That's Tiago. Doing a good job in a part-time role this year. West Effort's normal starting lineup, actually 3 freshmen, one of whom couldn't make it today. So we still have Luke, that's Toes, and Deshaun Carter, pro Genji Slayer. Then we've got Volts, senior Tiago. Jay Temple was the player for P-Tech who crashed here early in the first game. Another demo, lots of demos. Toes here. Got a shot on net, just flicked wide by Jay Temple. Doing some sound checks over here. Got my man Brian seeing what our levels sound like on the Twitch. Another demo. Shot on. Oh, saved by yours. Great save there from P-Tech. Good rotations. Now he's carrying it all the way around. Pro Genji Slayer just a little bit too early, and Jay Temple carries it the whole way. Jay Temple up in the air, carrying it in. Pro Genji Slayer just there a little bit too early, Toes a little bit too late, scores in the window between them. Brian gives us a thumbs up. The sound is fine. Always exciting when you go a week between streams to know that the tech is up and working. So West Effort at a 2-1 deficit now. Bolts carries out of the corner. Hill flicks to the opposite corner. Pro Genji Slayer there. Misses it off the wall. Flicked in the center. Nobody there. Jay Temple. Jay Temple from the angle. Genji misses it there in the corner. Opens it up for Jay Temple. A Season 9 Grand Champion. Always a bit of intimidation there when you've got that Grand Champion off after your name. Toes wins the kickoff for a moment. Volts flicks into the corner. Jay Temple comes flying in. Here comes Toes there in the corner to bounce it up. Hill Smelly flicks it on. Volts there with the save. Smelly gets to have to bring it down for a second. Genji and Toes kind of bunching up a little bit. Here comes Pro Genji Slayer carrying to the middle. Tries to get the bump. Jay Temple flicks aside. Big day here at WDHS Esports, always a big day. We had some Omega Strikers practice earlier. Got some people really loving that new game. Omega Strikers had a Smash Brothers tournament from members of our Championship Contender and Valkyrie teams. Now we've got one of the members of our Valkyrie team getting some practice in against a team we were hoping to play today. Had some lineup issues. Didn't have a full team available for both sides, but still getting some matches in. And that's what it's about, you know, just happy to give interested parties some opportunities. That's what we're making happen here. All right, West Effort, after that early goal, not much. Ooh, just saved that one. Good save by Toes there, flicking it to the side. Now being carried up by Pro Genji Slayer. Flicked away by Jay Temple. .75 seconds here to play. West Effort looking for their second goal. Genji with a shot on net. It's up high. Hill there to make the save. Toes follows off the crossbar. Volts comes up too high. Who's going to be there when it comes down? Hill off the crossbar. Wow, what a moment. West Effort tries to keep possession. Volts following Jay Temple here. Slows him down enough for Toe to get a flick. Pro Genji flicks it into the opposite corner. Here comes Hill Smelly off the post. Jay Temple following up behind. Tries to carry in. Who's there? Genji Slayer flicks aside. Volts with the carry. 30 seconds. West Effort desperately needs a goal to get back into this game. Here comes yours. Hill Smelly carries it in. 4-1. 3-goal lead is big this late in the match, but hey, anything can happen in Rocket League. As always, Coach Seeley, the one slowing down the start of play because he never presses right click to skip. That's on me. Hill Smelly with another goal. 5-1 with 20 seconds. Hill Smelly with some big goals there, opening up a 6-1 lead. 5 seconds to play now. West Effort just trying to keep the ball on the ground and out of their net. Would love one last goal here. Hill Smelly's going to try and carry it the length. Genji Slayer does not let it drop, and there it does drop. P-Tech, the Game 1 winner, taking the 1-0 series lead. We'll be back in just a second with Game 2. Got some login issues here at the beginning of Game 2. There comes Hill Smelly. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. And we got that game started. Sometimes that's all it takes, a little gentle nudge, and now everybody's playing. You learn a lot about communication doing esports like this. Demo. P-Tech with one of their subs in, Kakarot 230 coming in. Several players all together. Ball squeaks across the front of the West Effort goal mouth. Toes following it all the way, flicks it in front. Anyone going to be there? Oh, Hill Smelly denies it before it crosses, comes back. Toes just misses. Pro Genji on net off the post. Toes again going up high, followed by Volts there. Genji coming in on the rotation. Volts keeps it in. Toes goes back to make sure we have someone on defense. Smelly now in front of their own goal mouth, flicks it all the way across with pace. Watching Pro Genji Slayer here. Now J Temple. Tiago has no boost, but he has a dream. Always has a dream. J Temple, as the crossbar makes a safe flick ahead by Genji. Jay Temple carries it from the corner. All three West Deptford players there. Need someone to take charge, take an angle. P-Tech with the 1-0 lead, just halfway here through game 2. Jay Temple carrying it in on net. Toes with the save. Good save there by Toes. Carried out by Genji Slayer. Flicks it up into the P-Tech half. Kakarot plays it to the side. Kakarot feels like one of those names that everybody else knows that I am unaware of. Gonna go ahead and Google that right now. Jay Temple out of the scrum with the goal scored. Kakarot is a Dragon Ball Z video game. Feel like maybe the young man who was sitting next to me playing Yu-Gi-Oh! A few minutes ago could have said that. Keeping the ball down in the P-Tech end. West Deptford just needs one goal here, I think. They've been close several times. One goal would really snap them out of their funk here. Jay Temple off the post, tries to play it to himself. Hill Smelly there in the rotation. And the ball gently floats in under the bar. See Jay Temple here. Toes trying to make the save. Bolt's trying to make the save. Can't quite get up there, and the ball drifts in over their heads. Hill Smelly with a phenomenal apologetic celebration. Toes carries up off the back wall. No one there in the rotation. Jay Temple uses the boost, carried it down, flipped aside by Pro Genji. Jay Temple stays with it. Kakarot plays it up. Hill Smelly with the long range shot off the wall. Here comes Jay Temple there. Jay Temple passes to himself, knocks it under the bar. That's a phenomenal goal. Look at this. Jay Temple plays it up as Volts goes underneath. Toes stays back, and Temple just flicks it in under the bar. You don't get those grand champion qualifiers easy. That's a great goal there by Jay Temple. See here, West Deptford playing solid defense early in the match, and as they try and start pushing to get on the board, just opens up too many holes for this strong P-Tech offense. Jay Temple and Hill Smelly MTV really doing a phenomenal job of keeping the pressure on, scoring from all angles. You have two players at that level, really strong. 3v3s have been tricky. A lot of schools have one really good player or even two. You have a third good player, you are a really strong team. You see that here. Only 18 ball touches, but an important save, especially when West Deptford only has one shot on goal and it gets saved. That's a good job by Kakarot there. So with Jay Temple, that grand champion, and Hill Smelly, the tournament winner, that's a strong team there for P-Tech. West Deptford young, we've talked about this in their first game, so they're not going to stop fighting. Good job there by the Eagles. Jay Temple credit there for the goal. Sorry for the radio silence there for a minute. Oh, we're wrapping up that Valkyrie scrimmage I mentioned before. Our Smash Brothers team's always ending their practice with a free-for-all, or sometimes a theme game. We like to go all Legend of Zelda characters against all Star Fox characters sometimes. Oh, big save there by Hill Smelly. That was a shot on goal. Looked like it could have gotten West Effort on the board. Jay Temple carrying it in. Genji with the save. Very nice. Bolts tries to carry up. Flick back to the middle. Toes with the air. Follows it himself. Jay Temple plays wide. Volts on net. Just off the post. Toes tries to keep it in. Genji Slayer on net. Flicked away by Jay Temple. Jay Temple carries into the middle. Bolts does just enough to put it to the side there. Hill Smelly flicks back into the middle. Genji Slayer carries. Genji Slayer carries with room. Kakarot there back. Puts it up in the air. Gives the other players enough time to get back. Hill Smelly off the wall. Those hits on net. Easily dismissed by Kakarot, I believe that was. Jay Temple carries. Anyone coming back? Comes right over top of Toes, who had no boost to get up in the air to put him away. Look at this. Jay Temple flicks ahead. One nudge, two nudge. Toes coming up. No boost. Can't get there in time. Jay Temple carries it all the way in from midfield. Grand champion making himself heard here in this game. Jay Temple with a goal off the kickoff. West Effort showing their age here. Goes for the end around, and Jay Temple flicks it right in. Bolts and Genji Slayer knock into each other, opening Jay Temple for an open net. Toes come back enough, just enough to push him out of the way. West Effort has had due to some reschedules, West Effort has had a multiple week layoff here, and you are seeing some rust. Kakarot puts one in the basket. Hill Smelly with the pass in the middle. Kakarot with the excellent rotation. Tucks it just inside the post. Genji and Hill Smelly come to a draw at the center. Under 90 seconds to play here. There's the net for Hill Smelly. Just off to the side. Genji Slayer flicks it ahead. Again, all three West Effort players on the same side of the field. Toes flicks in on. Toes going for the carry. Bolts there to back him up. Almost, sort of. As they crack up. Under the bar. Saved by Genji Slayer. Good save there. Keeping them out of the net. All three games here with a very similar story. Jay Temple leaves it for Hill Smelly. Hill Smelly puts it in. That's 6-0. The similar story is the first half of all of these games has been very competitive. You're looking at 1-0 halfway through. I believe the first game was 2-1, maybe 3-1 halfway through. Then P-Tech just turns it on late. Some really nice ball control, nice rotations, nice assists to each other. West Effort just a little too bunched. Still got some growing to do as a team. Genji Slayer carries up here. Now Toes. Genji Slayer still in the same corner, and Bolts comes in bunched up. And as the ball hits the ground, maybe is Jay Temple going to try and carry it all the way around? Genji Slayer almost still off the side. Ball still alive. Hills Melly going for one more, and it does hit the ground. And P-Tech wins the game 3-0. Great series there by P-Tech. Congratulations to them. Good luck with the rest of their season. Jay Temple, a pretty clear MVP for them. West Everett maybe a little bit cloudier. But we'll see you back here next week for our next match. Thank you for those of you who tuned in. Hoping to bring you some more Omega Strikers action in the next couple of days. So tune in for that.